That's the Myriad Tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know. Let's see. It's a beaten path to that door. If you go there, you'd better make an entrance. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. Says the Sifu decides who the Sifu wants to see, but is willing to let you give it a try.
Sibi? La fanen aginkan man. Gerat na fal hutut mustugai la wute.
The Myriad tribe act on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. They believe uniting the tribes is the only way to restore the peace. The Sifu is convinced that defeating the World Eaters and saving the Tree of Life is the only way to make the world a better place. He welcomes you to the Myriad Fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu. But he was hoping you'd show up. The news of a vigilante Ronin on crusade crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 has preceded you. He heard you took out-of-date side against the scavengers in Bunker 101. It seems you believe in helping your next, and that's something you have in common. There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kidling. He can still sense you're kind-hearted. The Sifu says sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original Wang Fu disciples.
Hello?
Your Muma invented Wang Fu. Originally, it consisted of unarmed combat and the 6 weapons: the boomerang, the shuriken, the bow, the staff, the nunchuk, and the hook and chain.
Hello?
Myriad wants unity between the tribes. Their goal is understanding of the greater good and establishing a code of honor. If you believe there's some good in everyone, there's still hope for tomorrow. You'll unite the tribes and defeat the World Eaters to save the Tree of Life. He was hoping you'd join them. You understand that there's no harm in doing good to others. The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor, and with you by their side, he's confident you can unite the other tribes. The one you should coerce first is the Jagni tribe. Their kin have run out of options and found themselves backed into a corner. Even those who desire peace have been forced to prepare for war. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. You both have gentle minds. so they want to wage a gentle war. A war that bonds as much as it breaks. Tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken from you. Claim the rival outposts and earn the right to wield the tribe weapon. Once you've dealt with the rivals' outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu to unite their tribe with yours and let your kin share land again. Seeing you brings back his memories of the old village. He remembers your kind and unselfish soul and can sense you still have it in you, the will to do good. Anyway, the memories you make with your family are strong and can sometimes come to life. Passing the old village on your way to the first rival outpost might help.
The Nabukelio
Talks about the merchant at the Dopdu shop who charges too much acorns for a box of Edgewheat.
Emahauriutulu Adrianko.
Wouldn't be surprised if you met again. Says if you want to see a Mekton, you should go find Gizmo in the chug yard. Says you should take it easy. Thinks Myriad and Lotus would make a tough match-up these days. Says you'll get a special price and a wrap-up on the double. Hopes you're selling too. They're always looking to replenish their store. Worth looking at. The tree remains intact, but Peddler is eager for you to have a look at the wares.
Bula bukawetawa fufu.
Thinks you should practice patience if you want to make a good deal.
Ayotsaklit nubosak.
Offers you extraordinary prices for extraordinary things.
Dalada nobdatut.
The doors here are all... Shines happy that the Myriad can count on a friend as bright as you. Says you used to keep to yourself, but now at least you act. Wonders if you're sure you should be out on such a dark night. Hates that you're wasting your time trying to improve things. Better to wipe the slate clean. Sparkles about how brilliant it is to have...
Ruruai. Laha.
Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurred. Ready to dive back in. Time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingling sensation. There's something special about it, drawing you closer. Let's see. As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over. Echoes of a long-lost past, like whispers in the wind. Here's someone who takes each day as it comes. He wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake, practicing your swimming technique. Goop says some choose to be lonely because no one understands what they're going through. If that's you, he'll try to help you if you let him. He thinks you should really know how to swim by now. And he'll be honored. He says that wasn't too bad, was it? Way to go. Don't let the sound of the waves drown out your spirit. But you need practice. Lots of practice. Judging by your Mooma's look, it seems you forgot something.
Amun.
You promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time to go. The dedication to training is important. You can't rely solely on the fact that Wang Fu is in your blood. You should know, practice makes perfect. She'll see you at the village square. She says that's good. With a passion for learning, you'll never cease to grow. Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind. He was hoping you could help him pick up some scrap for a thingamajig he's working on. He thinks you're truly a kidling of your environment. You should look for things that are recyclable. It shouldn't take you too long to find some. He wonders what usefulness you found. He says every little thing counts. He can work wonders with almost anything and asks if you know how to upcycle. That's the spirit. You can't make a difference unless you get your hands dirty. He'd love to teach you to upcycle, and the scrap you found would be a good start. You did well, but he can't help but wonder why you decided to craft a weapon. He appreciates those able to deliver a sharp remark. He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It seems you have a talent for this. It looks like she's starting to lose her patience.
Monibasa.
You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants to see you on the village square right away.
Kala.
Then you've got a good excuse. You share a responsibility to prevent hardship on nature and the environment. It's your...
Andro?
She wants you to grow up and start thinking for yourself. You really need to find yourself before she's gone.
Ansonbara.
She won't live forever, you know that. But she intends to make the most of every day she gets, especially the ones you share together.
Asil natu.
You've always followed your own path, but this time she needs you to follow her. They look determined. Better watch out.
Amawana.
He asks you to stop right there and wonders where you think you're going.
Amawana.
He says that it's not too late for you to turn back, though.
Alakapi.
There's no way they'll let you pass.
Nakisisana basurangu inindigori aboritare.
He wants to know who you think you are.
Alakapi.
He says you're right. Nobody can tell him what he can and can't do, and that includes you. She asks if you're hurt. What happened? She says it's nice of you to consider them, but they have weapon training at sunrise tomorrow, so they'll need all the rest they can get. The most important thing is that you're okay. It's time to focus on your training now. time is lost on this place, but it evokes a... Let's see. As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about... Echoes of a long-lost past, like whispers in the wind. He wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake, practicing your swimming technique. He thinks you should really know how to swim by now. He says, that wasn't too bad, was it? Judging by your Mooma's look, you promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time. You should know. She'll see you at the village square.
Amun.
Here's another familiar face. He was hoping you could... He can work wonders with almost anything and asks if you know how to upcycle. You did well, but he can't help but wonder what... It looks like she's starting to lose...
Amun.
You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants to see you on the... She wants you to grow up and... They look determined. He asks you to stop right there and wonders where you think you're going. He says he wants to know who you think you are.
Serena masalapu.
She asks if you're hurt. What happened?
Kialdo male cano urasa duru. Kialdo male cano rotono.
Here's someone close to heart, doing what he does best? He asks if you could help him too before you leave for training. He'll leave the quick part to you. You're the martial artist, after all. He's curious to see what you found. He says it's about time you learned how and offers to teach you. You should take it with you, wear it to practice. He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make. Your Muma says it's about time you got here. Wants you to understand that you can do anything if you work really hard.
Masamba.
She says she is eager to get started. You don't have much time left before the sun goes down.
Anora kapapong.
Your Muma says you did well today. She's so proud of you.
Mina lagi mamuru.
Thanks you for being such a good student.
Antoro.
Been working on a present for you, with the help of Gizmo and Wiz.
Mina lagi mamuru.
You should go see him and find out what it is. You've deserved it. Catchy.
Mina lagi mamuru.
Your Muma says she's never seen an apparatus as green as this little thing. It's
Aria roche nui mumera.
a piece of Scraptronics like this has built-in old-world tech that makes it a potent communication device.
Anson bara.
It's called an automaton, and it's hardwired to your DNA. It'll follow wherever you go and see whatever you see.
Aria roche nui mumera.
You're lucky to have such a fine helper with you.
Inga valdu.
Your Muma says you look tired. No wonder. It's been a long day.
Anaro lote.
She's so happy you made the most of it. Rest, and you'll find strength for tomorrow. Nothing could stop Lupa Lupa from setting the world on fire.
Antoro. Quien si. Camonu.
Your Muma urges you to blaze a trail. A burnt kidling will learn to dread fire. That's just adding fuel to the flames. Give it a last burst and you'll make it.
Inga valdu.
Your Muma says this is it. The time has come. She must fight Lupa Lupin. This time there's no escape. She can hear him coming. Here it comes. The past coming to haunt the present. must go through fire and water to make it out of here. Your Muma says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water. You're in deep surf. Don't make waves. The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow. Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her will live on in you. The creature is hungry for more. Nothing is going to stand in its way now. If a sacrifice is made for someone else, it's not lost, but passed on to the next. Life must go on. Real sacrifice comes from love and necessity when all other options are exhausted. The ultimate test of conscience is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about. What you do for yourself dies with you. What you do for your kin remains and makes you immortal in their memory. As the moment fades and is lost, the only thing that remains is loneliness. It doesn't mean you'll forget your past. It simply means you need to move on. The tribe's caught a fluffy hulk. Better watch out, it's no pet. They couldn't keep it down. Fluff hulk's on the loose. Blasting him. Watch it. Attack hard.
Nupapuno.
They've received news a Ronin had strengthened their ranks and were looking forward to meeting you.
Julekin out ma namamai.
A group of myriad crusaders already headed out to Jagni's Mercadorpus outpost and are waiting for you there.
Dula sumala me, dula su.
You should hurry there and help them best the outpost.
Dula sumala me, dula su.
Not really. It's west of Bricktown. You can spot Gizmo's chug yard from the hill it resides on.